can tell you that this Nigerian side is ready. And what really impressed me the most, I go back to it.
Well, the CAF anthem is about to say from the tunnel. Behind the match officials, the 5 and the match referee from Cameroon. And it's been so spectacular from Morocco's centuries-old for Mozambique, some with visible emotion as well. But let's take a look at how these sides, the only players that remain, Calvin Bassey, Bruno Nimechi and Victor Abdul Mefid. Mozambique have made 8 changes as well from the side that starts group stage game. It's a 4-3-3. But Cameroonian referee Abdul Mefid, the 29-year-old FIFA official for the last 4 years, gets us underway here in Fez. It is knockout football for both Nigeria and Mozambique. For Nigeria, a side that's been and there and done that for the last 16 editions in succession. For Mozambique, a historic first ever appearance in the knockout stages of the Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria in green and black, Mozambique tonight in the white with red trim, and it's all to play for. Super Eagles against Os Mambas, and they've showed they've got some venom at this tournament, Sunday Elise. On the face of it, what are you most looking forward to tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to a very offensive game from the Nigerians to really take the fight out to the opposition. But from what I expected, I'm already seeing it from the Mozambicans. That's compact behind and hoping to go on the counter.
Calvin Bassey looking for a long ball forward towards the danger man. Onyeka wants to get involved and is calling for possession as Iwobi brings it out towards Osei on the near side. Looks for a decent delivery in. It's close to the keeper, who claims confidently, but very closely marshalled by Osimhen, who is charging in with power and pace.
If there's one thing about Victor Osimhen, he is always there. He is always there.
Well, a face mask tonight for Victor Osimhen. It's become part of a staple as Lukman might look to go, plays it out on Onyeka square, back post, tapped in. The early start, but the flag is raised.
That will have been, well, let's look at this again. I'm not very sure this is an offside, but
it will be checked. Well, there was much to enjoy in the build-up to this. Plenty of industry from Nigeria.
Oh, he's an offside. I think there was a contact from the... Now, that would have been a dream start for Nigeria.
Certainly would, but it does signal intent, if nothing else. So play is back underway. The offside stands. Mozambique in possession on the far side. Mesher, who at 37, who would often be the oldest player in the team, but 5 years as senior. Here's his captain at 42, Elias Pelembe, known to many in Mozambique as Dominguez. Man with a remarkable career into his 3rd decade as a professional footballer.
That you don't see very often.
Over the top, Lukman in towards the path of Osimhen. In behind Reinildo, battling hard here. 2 European-based players, both with much success in Europe as well. And Osimhen knocks the ball out of play under pressure from Reinildo.
Well, I think when Osimhen goes on these runs, he needs support. Here he's done well. Okay, unfortunately, he knocked the ball out. But then again, he needs support.
Rain coming down just a little heavier now. Sunday, how much of an impact does the rain have in terms of adapting and settling?
Well, the impact, it's an advantage for the team that's trying to play negative, that's trying to defend, but it's a huge disadvantage to a team that's trying to build. And at the moment, the team trying to build is Nigeria, and the team waiting for the counter, Mozambique.
More faculties to be tested, attributes must come out, and the elite will rise. Here's Bruno Langa into midfield. Opportunity for Mozambique to advance their cause. Down goes Witi.
Well, it's very clear what I'm seeing here is that clearly when they don't have the ball, yeah, that was it. That was a clear foul. Clearly when they don't have the ball, the Mozambicans, they just try to go compact, but when they do have the ball, they do try to attack.
Well, Nigeria have been fluent and fearless in their campaign so far. They boast goals, they boast depth, they boast pedigree, they boast tournament know-how. But they've got such variety in their game plans as well, and that's been impressive to watch throughout their 3 group stage matches.
Now, what's impressive is that it's the team that has scored the most, no? 8 goals in 3 games, and they've conceded also 4 goals. That's where I feel they can do much better.
Ball out wide. Mozambique look to go on the attack, a threatening ball through, but as Faisal is asked to chase, Mabali steps up and controls. Here's Shemi Ajayi, Calvin Bassey. Back to Ajayi, who scored Nigeria's first goal of this tournament. I don't think he would have believed he would have been scoring Nigeria's first goal at this tournament if you had told him at the start.
But that tells you that the danger from this side comes from everywhere.
It does. Clear indication indeed. Cleared. Gima just dropping back into defence. Well, CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe among those watching on. The FIFA Secretary General Matthias Grafstrom here as well. Ajayi. Say. If you're hearing shouts suddenly, that's Chiquinho Conde. He's at the very edge of his technical area. Iwobi looks for Osimhen. Howie to safety, and then the snapshot taken. And that is fended away. Out for the corner it goes. Alex Iwobi looking to create something out of very little.
Very quick thinking by Iwobi, huh? You would have thought he's going to pass here. One touch.
Well, that looked like it was headed in. Maybe just wide in the end, but Silwane taking no chances. He's often proved to be the hero for Mozambique when they're up against elite opposition.
I think it was heading in.
So from the corner, Nigeria, Sempi swinging in. Oh, Shemi Ajayi raising highest, but unable to meet it as he did in their opening fixture against Tanzania.
I think Shemi Ajayi, he heard you when you just spoke about his first goal, and he was like, I'm going to give you a second one.
Well, there's a look back at the offside. Osimhen had the ball tucked into the back of the net within minutes of the start. Guiti getting involved. Faisal now whipping it out wide. Jenny Katamo will want to get involved. Here's Kalila. Up towards Jenny. Chiquinho Conde, fearsome striker in his day. One of 3 brothers who played. Eric Shell. One wonders what emotional turmoil the respective coaches will go through as this fixture unfolds. 2 coaches who believe so deeply in their teams. Here's a wonderful opportunity as Lukman breaks. Osimhen with a run. Out wide as well is Onyeka. Timely from Reinildo. The man whose story is remarkable. From the streets of Beira to the Premier League. The first Mozambican to ever feature in the Premier League.
There's a lot of experience in this side, huh?
That experience is certainly synonymous with this Mozambican side. Yeah. 3 of the players have, made their debuts earlier than 2010. Wow. Pelembe on another level. The oldest ever outfield player to feature at an Africa Cup of Nations at 42. And only the legendary Egyptian goalkeeper Essam El Hadri at 44, older. But as a goalkeeper, you tend to see the older players, generally are goalkeepers, you don't see the older players being in outfield positions where they run for the entire 90 minutes, although to be fair, he's usually used for about 60 these days.
Let's just say they are both record holders, right?
Precisely. The questioning Alfonso Amade.
Another set piece for Nigeria now. we know how deadly Victor Osimhen is at such set pieces, and Ajayi, just like you rightfully said earlier on. So I think the Nigerians have to make sure that they use such opportunities. The earlier they can go in front, the better for them. And the Mozambicans, as long as they don't concede, they will always feel they have a chance in this game.
They certainly want to stay in the game as long as they possibly can. Maybe snatch something against the run of play. Bruno, low and flat, crisp-looking delivery, but steered to safety by Kalila, the right back. Not the tallest player, but his timing and his leaps are exceptional. Relatively new to the Mozambican setup. He's only been involved since September last year. And he's looking to make that right back position his own. As Lukman comes out for the corner as the clock strikes 10 minutes here in Fez. Deep delivery, the header is good and it's cleared off the line. Silwani doesn't get there, but Bruno Langa was in the way. Forward, now an opportunity to break on the counter. Journey comes across with some speed, but can't get away from Usai.
Beautiful ball from Lukman there. I hope we can see this all over again. Very well played.
It's that combination again. Lukman, Shemi Ajay. To combine from set pieces. Gima, combining with Bruno Langa, finds Faisal, but his first touch allows Ndidi to control. Witi comes away with possession, and Mozambique fume at the referee. As the whistle puffs, free kick Nigeria, and Konde questions.
He took the ball and he took the man too, kind of.
Ball out wide, Bruno back inside. Here's Calvin Bassi.
The giant in defense.
And the giant passes to the tank as Franco Nyeka has possession.
That's a good one.
Franco Nyeka turned 28 last week, the Brentford man.
Solid midfielder.
He's made some key differences for Nigeria in recent matches, and I know you don't want to go back to the playoff match against DRC, for example, but